Young folks, old folks, everybody come to Kids Club and have a lot of fun. Please check your chewing gum and raisins at the door, and we'll tell you Bible stories that you never heard before. Hello, children. I'm Pastor Ted. Get ready. I'm going to read the Bible. You're going to hear a story. This story is about Joesph and his coat with the long sleeves and the many colors. But let's remember how God had come to Abraham and Sarah and said that through their child Isaac, their children would number like the stars. We could not even count them all, and the whole world would be blessed through their children. Then Isaac fell in love with Rebekah, and Rebekah gave birth to two children, Esau and Jacob. And then Jacob tricked the father and tricked Esau so that Jacob would have the birthright. Then Jacob went to the far country, to Mesopotamia, and brought back two wives, Rachel and Leah, and 11 boys, and resettled in Israel after wrestling with the angel and getting the name Israel. Jacob, now Israel, made peace with his brother Esau, and the family grew. Joesph is the 12th of those children. Now the story of Joesph begins. All of the boys in the family were responsible for taking care of the sheep, but unfortunately, Jacob played favorites. He liked Joesph the best, and he made Joesph a very expensive robe with long sleeves and many colors, and he kept Joesph home. He didn't have to work, and the 11 brothers, they had to work, and they got jealous of Joesph. They got angry of Joesph. And one occasion, Joesph said he had a dream. He dreamed that they were harvesting the crops, and that once the crops were all organized into sheaves, that the 11 brothers' sheaves bowed down to Joesph in the middle. Joesph had another dream in which all the stars in the sky aligned so that they were focused on him. And oh, did the brothers get even angrier and angrier, because they thought that Joesph wanted to become the Lord over the other 11 brothers. So, on one occasion, they were out in the wilderness, and Joesph came looking for them, and they conspired to kill Joesph. Reuben, one of the brothers, says, "No, don't kill him, just throw him into an empty well, into a pit," which they did. And then down the road came some Ishmaelites who were taking slaves to sell them in Egypt, and so the brothers sold Joesph for 20 shekels of silver, and Joesph became a slave. And then the brothers killed a goat, put the blood on the coat of Joesph, and took it back to Jacob and said, "Jacob, we found this coat full of blood. We think a wild beast has killed your son Joesph." And oh my goodness, was Jacob sad. because his favorite son was dead. And the other brothers, they gloated. They had gotten rid of their rival, and Joseph ended up a slave in Egypt. Well, in our next story, we'll talk about what happened to Joseph when he went to Egypt and how those dreams about the stars and about the sheaves bowing down to him, those dreams came true. One more thing. This is God's story. And the people we're talking about are ordinary. They're envious. They're jealous. They're petty. They're even willing to do evil out of their selfishness. But God works through Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, works through these not very nice people in order to accomplish God's will, namely to bless the whole world through the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And you and I, if we're Christians, whether we're genetically related to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob or not, we are blessed by them because God has blessed us, and we belong to Abraham's family by faith.
Young folks, old folks, everybody come to Kids Club and have a lot of fun. Please check your chewing gum and raisins at the door, and we'll tell you Bible stories that you never heard before. Goodbye, kids.